Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to my adventure Reborn. I hope you guys are doing well and ready to relax and dive on into the world of MapleStory. So in this video, we get to the bottom of what's happening at Reinventing and hit level 60, unleashing the power of the White Knight. Stick around to the end because you guys do not want to miss this one. So there I was having a conversation with Nora when we get introduced to this absolute nutjob Admiral Martini, who's apparently about to attack with the Blackwing. Before Nora can give us any more intel, there's a massive explosion off the coast of Reinventing, and I have to investigate. So I head down to the glacial cutter area to be met by one of the Blackwing henchmen in a giant ice demolisher. Now I thought the Blackwing needed to harvest these giant waves of Reinventing to power some super turbine. But it turns out they're actually trying to harvest the ice of Reinventing to use it as coolant for the Black Heaven ship, which means Frostwitch Barbara has nothing to do with it. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to spread the Maple love and help support the channel. I got a ton of videos for you guys I'd love for you to check out, and I read every single comment, so don't hesitate to leave one below, and no, I'll get back to you. Once Putin discovers that Frostwitch Barbara really had nothing to do with it, all of the people of Reinventing cumulatively come together and decide to go apologize. Luckily for them, Frostwitch Barbara is pretty forgiving and actually tells them the story of her life, how she lost her husband Walter, and that's when she decided to come to Reinventing to live out the rest of her time alone. Apparently she was trying to live in peace, but there was all this squawking from the baby animals, and she thought the only right thing to do was take care of them. Come to find out, she's actually the mother of Putin, Dachi, Dabo, Pushki, Alveola, and everyone else on the island. And all she ever wanted was for them to stop fighting. Now, it seems Putin has finally learned his lesson and stopped being a stubborn brick, and with that rewards us with a sailor mask belt, some spell traces, and mesos to continue our progress. This reward was perfect because I didn't have a belt or face mask. All these themed dungeons are actually offering really nice unique rewards to fill up my slots. So after accepting my badge, I head back to Parian to meet Black Bull by the request of Putin. And here we are once again. So it turns out there actually are more quests in Parian and these other areas in Victoria. I just needed to reach the appropriate level to unlock them. I tossed a couple enhancements on my face mask and belt, and then accepted Black Bull's first quest, which involves him introducing himself to us and asks us to go to the Wild Boar land to eliminate wild boars. This brought me right back to the OG days of Maple when I was training at Wild Boars on my level 33 bandit. The crazy thing about Wild Boars back in the day was they were in this hidden map where assassins and archers actually had to jump attack or find a safe spot so their attacks wouldn't get interrupted. It was nice to find out that they are actually still great experience, and with the help of a rune, I was making pretty good EXP during this quest. Especially with these busted good second job skills. Like, why even use my hammer when close combat is so good for mobbing? So I returned back to Black Bull, who gave me a nice chunk of EXP as a reward before telling me that the Syngus informant 10 Boogies was acting quite strange. And sure enough, she was, asking me to get her some type of transformative potion from Sophia of Parian. Now Sophia tells us she used to make quite a few potions, but can't imagine why a good-looking hero such as ourselves would need one. Nonetheless, she agrees to help us, and that bumps us right up to level 59. You guys can see she has a lot of quests available, but I'm trying to keep this linear, so I accept her quest for the potion, which requires us to eliminate 150 fire boars and collect 50 teeth. So trekking Parian, I run into Christopher, who I can only assume is the one she's looking for, as well as another ancient warrior, who I think actually used to be the second job warrior instructor. Maybe they've just repurposed him as a quest NPC now, but I'm pretty sure he is. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys remember if he is or isn't. I had actually already completed the quest when I noticed this Parian warning post for 150 kills, so I just decided, heck, I can use the EXP, so I stayed around and killed another 150. This bumped me right to level 60, and with that, I was prepared to take third job. I headed back to the warning post expecting some type of item reward, but I didn't get one. This Parian warning post actually gave me EXP and a small amount of mesos as my reward. Like I said though, I'm trying not to take too many mesos for my other characters, so I'll take as much funds as I can get. I'm gonna need it later for cubing anyway. I headed back to Sophia, who was happy to see I had retrieved the ingredients and mixed up a transformative potion for 10 Boogies. Excited to see what my reward would be, I headed to 10 Boogies, who gave me an Aurelicon Master Surgeon set. I just wish I'd gotten it a little bit earlier because I already have one. Without any warning, 10 Boogies downs the potion and transforms into an orange mushroom, just kind of asking how she looks, which I thought was pretty funny, but definitely a waste of a good transformative potion. Even weirder, she asks me to take the potion to Ion, who we met earlier. She says she doesn't ask for a potion, but takes it anyway. Excited to start my third job advancement, I decided I should get as much damage as I can for the boss. So I quickly went through my inventory, revealed the best pieces of armor, and then equipped them. Now looking like a whole new hero. All there was left to do was sell some of my trash loot before heading to take my third job advancement. Dances with Balrog says I've really come a long way as a warrior and decides to send me to Elnath to meet with the Sacred Third Job instructors. Tylus tells us that Dances with Balrog has spoken of us very highly, but up until this point we've fought nothing but weak monsters of Victoria Island. He says in order to prove our strength, we must pass a test and to speak to him when we're ready. This test involves being sent to the holy grounds at the snowfield, where we would come across a holy stone that could transport us to another dimension. He doesn't tell us much more, but that there will be a battle and that we should be ready. So after accepting the challenge, I'm transported to the holy snowfield. Man, what an atmosphere Elnath has. The music, the visuals, it's just a gorgeous and mysterious place. One of my favorite in the Maple universe. So I touch the holy stone and get transported to a dark dungeon where I can only assume this fight will take place. I come down and after a couple buffs and a few potions, it's time to face the enemy. None other than Dances with Balrog himself. Now I knew that he could summon Toro Maces in this fight, so I wanted to put out as much burst damage as I can, and luckily with the gear I had, I was able to do such. He drops this strange black note that has a pentagram of sorts on it, and with that, I head back to Tylus. Tylus reveals that the fight with Dances with Balrog reveals we are a true warrior, even though it was just a clone and not the real Dances with Balrog. He does, however, find us ready to advance, and with that, we become a White Knight, one step closer to a Paladin. Now I gotta say, I'm actually quite pleased with this character so far. Now I understand it's only third job and I'm only level 60, but you guys have to understand I've played this game for a long time, and almost on every character, rushed on every map, and had no real attachment besides maybe my like for their flashy skill set, but that fades over time. But taking my time with the quests and progression has really allowed me to build a bond to RogSlayer and enjoy the progression a lot more than I would otherwise. Now I did remember I had about 3,000 Maple points from a prior event, and with that I'm able to actually revive one of my old beagle pets. My snail is almost completely out of magic, and without being able to loot, this character is not going to be going very far. Luckily, my beagle is not only cute, but has all the important pet skills, including HP, MP, item pouch, and looting, and I was ready to head back to Parian. But that's where we're going to leave it, guys. So until next episode, happy mapling.